So here we are again with yet another season of You, the very popular Netflix show which follows Joel Goldberg and his weird exploits of following women. Now, I want to make it clear, I'm not rooting for Joe, but this season really turns the show on its head and really presents a different plot. But the question is You season 4 the last season? And how much longer can we really stretch this out? Does it feel like it's running out of ideas? It doesn't feel like it's running out of ideas because there's this fresh new version of the plot here. In this season, we follow Joel Goldberg head to the UK after what happened with Love Quinn at the end of season 3. Unfortunate, she was my favorite love interest, even though she was a crazy psycho. I thought she really added a lot to the show and made things a lot more interesting. Now, in this season though, Joe goes to the UK and becomes Jonathan, and now his new group of friends are rich and they're influencers, but amongst his rich circle and the rich friends that he begins to make, there is a killer in the midst, and it's not Joe this time. Somebody is following Joe. So that's the big change in this season, that this time there's somebody that's following Joe, and the murders that are happening are not Joe this time. And so we're following along and trying to figure out who out of this circle is the one that's going around committing these acts. So I love that the show turns the tables a little bit and kind of comes away from the stalking and the weird crazy Joe from the first 2 seasons, and then the 3rd season really being about Love Quinn and that psychotic nuclear family that they had going on, and now moving into Joe being in the UK, away from the US, away from everything else, with the new identity. And this time just we're following, trying to figure out with Joe who the heck this person is that's following him. And he's getting those just desserts, y'all. I really like this first part. Haven't seen the second part, but his new love interest in this season is a lady by the name of Kate, and I think she's sharp and witty and just knows how to, like, really, I don't want to say get under Joe's skin necessarily, but she really knows how to really play and riff off of him. And I like that she wants something serious here, and I just really like her personality. I think when it comes to love interest, she's probably my second favorite under Love Quinn. I thought that she was really a great love interest this season and really balanced off of him pretty well. I just like how witty and sharp she is. And we get to come into a rich circle in this season from an outside-in perspective because Joe isn't rich, so we kind of get to have a little bit of perspective into the influencer lifestyle and things of that nature. So I really like that this season, and I really like that the mystery has been flipped. Penn Badgley returns in full form, and there's some involvement with Marianne this season as well. She's from the last season. As we know, she got out of there and escaped, so she's slightly involved. I can't quite say though, because I can't spoil, but she's slightly involved. Also in this season, we were introduced to the character of Reese Montrose, who is an author, creates a memoir that Joe really enjoys, and they form a friendship over the season. And that character is really, really well acted by the actor. I'm not sure the name of the actor off the top of my head, but I thought that was a really well played character, and I really do like the cast of characters, how it really keeps you guessing who is the freaking killer. It really has you guessing throughout the whole season who's following Joe, and throughout every episode we're seeing these texts come through. We're seeing the killer just one step ahead of Joe, and I love that. I love how curiosity invoking it is. It really makes you think, okay, who is it? Who is it? Gives us something new to chew on, because let's be real, the first 2 seasons are basically damn near the same thing, with the twist at the end of the second season being that Love Quinn is crazy, and then the 3rd season kind of follows a similar pattern. I'm loving this though, y'all. This is some tea. And honestly, I'm watching the show and I'm like, get this dang Joe guy in jail. Get him in jail, man. But this season really does bring into question, okay, who the heck is it? When are we gonna find out? And it has a crazy twist that I cannot say, but it's got a heck of a twist in this first part that I will admit I didn't really assume. So I really enjoyed You season 4 part 1. I do think we're getting towards the end here though. Now, I haven't seen part 2 yet, but I do think we're getting to a point in this show where it's about time to give this up. I mean, we're 4 seasons in. The book, I believe the first season is the book. And then the second season is completely made for the show. Same with 3 and 4. Maybe 2 is in the book as well, but I know nothing past 2 is in the book. So I think we're dragging it a little bit here. I do think season 4 presents a great new idea, but I think after this season, we need to let this go, because how many more times can we keep seeing Joe do the same thing? Like I said, Marianne's back. Can't say too much besides that, but I'm glad to see that actress back. A lot of people want Penn Badgley to be Fantastic Four if the Fantastic Four play Reed Richards. I don't know, just because of him playing this role, I don't think I could see him doing that, but I do like him in this role, and I do think that he completely embodies this just like creepy, but also slightly self-loathing and weird guy. Joe is just a weird guy, but he really does play into the English culture with his new identity as Jonathan. Guys, it's a really good season. Like I said, makes you feel like you're solving a mystery the entire time. Joe's great. Marianne's back and she's good. Kate is awesome. Reese is great. Another new character that I really enjoyed was Roald, who is Kate's best friend, and he really does kind of put a wrench into the whole Kate and Joe thing. So really enjoy that character as well. But y'all gotta let me know your thoughts down in the comments, because by the time this video is released, the show will have already been released. So you guys gotta let me know, what do you think about You season 4, part 1 so far? Part 2, let me know your predictions down in the comments after you finished all of part 1, because I'm so curious as to what's gonna happen in part 2, guys. I'm so curious. I really have no idea where we're gonna go here. So I really wanna know what ends up happening in part 2. And I wonder if this is the last season, because like I said, it feels like we keep dragging out. Feels like we keep stretching things out like this review, right? But guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below for your boy Leo Rydell, and y'all, we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.